Hey, what's up, guys? Chris here, and I'm back with an update on this video here that I just made not that long ago. So, anyway, now a lot of you may not know this, but I had a paranormal encounter experience about a month or two ago. Yeah, like 2 months ago, and a lot of you may or may not know this, but I did have the experience. It was really, really bad, but however, I'm going to tell you the story about that. So, what had ended up happening was that I was outside one morning around 7 in the morning. So, it had been 7 a.m. That's the time it was. And, it was light enough out. It wasn't dark or anything. And I was like, all right. So, all of a sudden, I go outside to take care of something. And next thing you know, this is when it happened. It all in all decides to happen. So, um, I see out of the corner of my eye, like that's how fast it happened. So I see something out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, wow, that looks just like the ghost that I had saw one other time before on my property. And I was like, that's weird. Looks just like that one. Same appearance and all. So I see it out of the corner of my eye. Next thing you know, this thing just decides to push me. Yeah, I fell, and was also in a lot of pain after I fell because this ghost decided to push me, which was horrible, by the way, of being in pain like that. But yeah, that's what actually ended up happening, and I don't really remember if I had a video on this or not, but needless to say, that's how this all actually happened and had went down. Although, now there's a little more to this. This is not the first time that I have had a paranormal experience on my property. I just want to say that too. So, now for those who may or may not believe this, that's fine. If you don't, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. But just know that either way, ghosts are actually real. Whether you believe in it or not, they are actually real. I just wanted to put that in, I just wanted to say that. But there's also a little bit more to it. Anyway, so needless to say, um, well, yeah, even though that happened, I mean, yeah, I'm okay. Obviously, I mean, I lived, as you can see, but it wasn't supposed to happen like that, but it did. And then all of a sudden, I see it out of the corner of my eye, and then next thing you know, just gone. I was like, well, how could you be there 1 minute and then the next? Really? Okay. And I still just cannot believe that this is how it all happened and this is how it actually had went down like that. But then again, I was like, whoa, 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 wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You decide to push me? Really? For no reason? Okay. Yeah. Some parts and pieces to that are not adding up of why this thing just decided to push me. But you know what? Whatever. Want to push me? Okay, fine, be that way. But that's just how it all happened, and that's my story and my experience on that. So, for those who think I'm lying, well, you know what? Listen to me carefully. I'm not lying because this actually did happen, and I'm telling the truth too, which I'm going to add. But like I said, if you don't believe it, whatever, that's on you. But don't think that you're going to try to put in the comments, oh, you're such a liar. Yeah, well, you know what? I ain't lying about shit. That's what actually really happened. That's how it happened. So get your facts straight before you want to try to say in the comments that I'm a liar. Which I'm sure it's going to be slammed in the comments. Oh, of course, what else is fucking new? Bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you know what? First of all, it's my channel, my video. If you don't like it, then maybe don't click on it and maybe don't watch. You ever thought of that? Yeah. You know, maybe people on here should rethink things before they try to say something. I just wanted to say that too. Anyway, now, let me see. Now, was there anything else that had happened? No, but it's been a minute since I've kind of like have done a little bit of a video here. So what have you all been up to? Like how was everybody's Christmas and how was your New Year's and all that? And did you have some good food? Did you get what you wanted? Um, but anyway, I also want to take this opportunity to thank all my subscribers. Thank you so much. 507 subscribers. Thank you so much. This video could not have happened without you and your support. Thank you so much. Just know that I'm very grateful for that. And literally, I just love having you all on the channel. Literally, I'm just loving every minute of all of you that took the time to watch the video, to actually comment, or comment nicely, and share the video. Thank you so much also for taking time to watch this video. Also, be sure to hit that notification bell button. That way, so you'll be notified every time there's a new video. Of course, you do have the option to be notified for occasional videos, or all of them. Preferably all of them will work even better. And also be sure to hit the notification bell button, and also be sure to hit that subscribe button. And because that really helps out the channel. It also shows YouTube's algorithm that things are going quite well and that you like the video and all that good stuff. So, was there anything else that I wanted to go on about? Yes, and, well, yeah. Yes, actually. A lot of you may not know this, but my birthday was the other day, actually. Yeah, I know. I was going to do a video, but I had a lot of other things to take care of. I had to get things set up for a birthday party, for my birthday party, which was a little more important things that I had to do, so I could not be on here at that time. But that's why I'm making this video now, because now I have the time for this. So, now, there's also something else that I'm going to mention. I just want people to listen carefully to this. So what I'm about to mention is, hold on, I'm going to grab this water here. So now what I'm about to mention is, now, if you have seen my videos or anything on my YouTube channel or any of my videos or whatever, just know that there's things as a YouTuber that I'm still working on, that I'm still learning. So even if this video isn't all that great, I'm trying to make it a lot better than what it actually is. So I'm sorry if you find the video suckish or crappy. I'm very sorry. I do apologize for that. Um But don't worry. Like I said, I'm still learning a lot of things with this, and I may not be that great at some of this yet, but I'm getting there, literally trying to. So, yes, it's just there are some things that are not so easy. I can be the first to admit that. I'll just admit it. But, other than that, I think I'm doing just fine, actually. Yes, can things on here be a challenge at times? Oh, yes, absolutely. Of course it can. That's just how it works. But that's alright. Anywho, so, now, the other thing I was going to talk about was. Oh, I think I'm just going to throw this out here again. Now, if you had seen one of my videos, that's about like a 3-part video altogether. As a lot of you may or may not know this, I actually got scammed a while back on the Walmart Marketplace, the app, the Walmart app, where it says underneath there somewhere something about Walmart Marketplace. Yes, I got scammed by a third-party seller on the Walmart Marketplace, which was horrible, by the way. So, yeah, I had to literally call Walmart, explain the whole entire ordeal, and I also had to try to get a hold of the third-party seller, and the third-party seller just kept giving me a runaround, just saying the same old thing. So I was like, you know what, whatever. Well, what this third-party seller did was, on the Walmart Marketplace app, this third-party seller decided to mark the item as shipped and delivered, which was never shipped or delivered, by the way. And because if it was, I would have known. And, I do check my doorbell cameras regularly and periodically to know whether or not if something is delivered. And I would have heard the delivery truck pull in. I would have heard them open and close the door on the truck or whatever delivery vehicle they would have been in. But that did not happen. I did actually contact the delivery company, and they just said to contact Walmart or the third-party seller. So I did. I did contact Walmart. First time I contacted Walmart, they said, okay, we'll just have to wait, so many hours or whatever. Like, I think it was 24 to 48 hours or something like that. Anyway, so I contact Walmart again the second time, which I did get my refund, by the way. But, however, just to let you know, some reason, I was told the first time when I had called that I didn't have to re-explain anything, that they were making notes about it into the system. That way, so as soon as I called, I could get my refund with no problems. Well, needless to say, I had to re-explain it all to another person, and which that really pissed me off that I had to re-explain it all. But that's besides the point. Yeah, so needless to say, I had to be persistent to get my refund. Oh, I got my refund. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, like I said, by being persistent is the only way I was able to get my refund back. Thank God. But yeah, I literally had to jump through all these hoops just to get the fucking thing, which really pissed me off too. Which I'm going to add, by the way. So therefore, you know what? Maybe these third-party sellers that are on Marketplace Walmart that have their platform go through the Walmart app, maybe these third-party sellers should think things a little bit better before scamming people. Well, this third-party seller lied to Walmart. They lied to the delivery company. And they lied to me. Yeah. That. Oh, well, also, they also, it's just interesting how they also decided to lie to me, to Walmart, and to the delivery company. Yeah, that's a problem. Well, see, to the delivery company, which a lot of you may not know this, but I'll tell you this because I know this for a fact. To the delivery companies, these third-party sellers, like on Marketplace, that use the Walmart app to sell their products, they actually have a contract with the delivery company where it states in that contract that they are actually the paying customer. So if you get a package like that, the delivery company drops it off to you, just know that to the delivery company, you're not actually a customer. Yeah, you're just the customer person who may receive the item that was delivered to your house, but to them, you're technically not a paying customer. So to them, you technically really don't matter, according to them. Yeah, well, you know what? Let me tell you something. You do matter. Just putting that out there, too. But yeah, they're going to try to act like you don't matter. That's a problem. Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe that contract ought to have some updates in it, and maybe the flaws in that contract ought to be fixed, if you ask me. I would fix the flaws in that contract, first of all, because I'll tell you right now, there are a lot of flaws in that contract. And one other thing. Yeah, Walmart was great, though, after I got my refund. And the first person I had talked to at Walmart also did put in the notes into the system that this particular third-party seller was to be removed off Walmart's platform. And I have tried to look for that third-party seller on there. That third-party seller is no longer on there. They are long gone. So that's a good thing. Thank God. Yes, I understand, there are some good third-party sellers out there still. And there are also some bad ones out there still. So, I don't know if I want to share this, but you know what? Well, this is how this all got started. The part that I probably should not have left out, but I just decided to leave it out for a lot of reasons. But you know what? I think now I'm going to tell you exactly how this all started and what had ended up happening with it. Well, you already know the parts and pieces of what had happened with it besides. So, I was on the Walmart app one day, and I was like, I'm having a problem, kind of needing a new coffee maker at the time, and I was like, all right. I was like, you know what? Let me just see if the Walmart app, if they have any. And so I'm looking. I see one. I was like, oh, okay. This looks really good. Kind of like kind of like the one we had. So I basically all I wanted was the same exact one, just brand new. Like, well, we had the one we had before that was brand new, but I wanted another one like that was also new again. And I was like, okay, I'll just place an order. And it said, okay, your order has to be shipped by a delivery company. And I said, okay. Now, I said, all right, that sounds fine, whatever, it's not a big deal. It'll be shipped, it should arrive. It never did that part. I said, okay. So now, hard lesson learned. Next time when you want to place an order like that, make sure the item says and shipped by sold and shipped by Walmart. or you'll end up running into the problem that I ran into. So after I got my refund, what I ended up doing was I found a different coffee maker on the Walmart app that was sold and shipped by Walmart, but was also available for the Express, to where you place an order and then like an hour or so, it's at your door. Yeah, so I had to use the delivery service to get the item in with like an hour, which, needless to say, it actually ended up working out a lot better. But just know a couple of pro tips. One, make sure the item says sold and shipped by Walmart, so you don't wind up getting scammed like I did. And second of all, just make sure, by being persistent, if you do end up getting scammed, being persistent will actually work for you in order to get your refund, to get your money back. It's your money. You will get it back, but you have to be persistent, okay? In order for it to actually work. Or it's not going to actually work, unfortunately. But I just wanted to hop on here and just say that, and I will actually see you all in the next video. Bye.